As the government assigning each member of the executive specific tasks they will be expected to execute to oversee the smooth running of government and delivery of its implementation plan. Through executive order, the president spelled out distinct roles to be undertaken by Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, who besides coordinating interrelations between the two levels of government, will also spearhead reforms in the coffee sector. Chief Prime Minister Musalia Mudavadi will oversee the coordination of the government's legislative agenda and align the House leadership with the priority agenda. Chemutai Goin has the details.
Hours after the conclusion of the four-day cabinet retreat, President William Ruto released the executive order detailing the structure of his administration, the timing, critical since his cabinet is now fully constituted and ready to get down to business and fulfill his government's campaign pledges. The executive order appearing to review the structure of government, placing the office of the Prime Cabinet Secretary under the Executive Office of the President. 13 officers listed under the Office of the President, including Chief of Staff and Head of Public Service, Secretary to the Cabinet, State House Comptroller, Economic, Security, Women Rights and Climate Change Advisors, Economic Transformation, Head of Presidential Communication Service, and the State House Spokesperson.
Contribution.
And in what appears to be a tactical strategy of minimizing friction between the Office of the Deputy President and the Prime Cabinet Secretary, his deputy's responsibilities were clearly spelled out. Other than deputizing the President, Rigathi Gachagua will chair cabinet committees and oversee the implementation of decisions passed by cabinet. He will retain the role of managing relations between the two levels of government and chair the Intergovernmental Budget and Economic Council (IBEC) and also coordinate various committees. And though part of Rigathi's responsibilities are presiding over public sector reforms, questions abound over the listing of the Coffee Subsector Reforms Committee under key institutions in his office, yet there was a substantive Agriculture Cabinet Secretary. The Prime Cabinet Secretary will oversee the Public Service Performance Management Unit and the Government Delivery Services. Besides assisting the President and his deputy, Mudavadi will also work with the Professor Kithure Kindiki-led ministry to supervise ministries and state departments, coordinate the government's legislative agenda with the House leaders in close consultation with the Principal Secretary for Parliamentary Affairs, Aurelia Rono. Attorney General Justin Muturi will be the nexus between the executive and the judiciary and ensure any legal issues limiting government operations are addressed. In the executive order, President William Ruto reverted the National Transport and Safety Authority (NTSA) from the Interior Ministry to the Kipchumba Murkomen-led Transport Ministry. To enable his government achieve its national climate action goals, a dedicated state department has been created under the Ministry of Environment to ensure targeted approach. Departments under the Health Ministry have also been split to have Engineer Peter Toom take up the State Department of Medical Services and Dr. Josephine Boro in charge of public health and professional standards. Chemutai Goin, Citizen TV, Nairobi.